Alright, I'm Ifeanyi Ezegbo, and this is my Android assignment demo for the number guessing game. Um, so we have the UI over here where you can input a number or to guess the number set. So yeah, this is the UI where you can guess a number. So you input a number um, to make guess, and it tell you and give you feedback and increment the number of guesses. So too low, you can guess again, and too high, um, increments the number of guesses all the way to until we get the correct answer, and the correct number is 65. Increments the number of guesses to 3, and then yeah. So this is what happens once it's correct. We can reset the game, and a new game is started, and then we can guess again. Too low, okay, too low. So the number isn't 65 like we guessed previously. And then I implemented some test cases. So I created a helper method called get target number um, reflection that allows our test code to inspect the game manager singleton class at runtime and access its private fields and also read their values. Here we can get the field name target number and make it accessible and then get its integer value. This lets our test know like the secret number. We can verify what the game's logic is like 100%. So then I structured my like test into like 3 different cases. One for guess correct, and then one if the guess is too low, and the other if the guess is too high. Um, so for the first step, okay, so for the first step, we guess the correct scenario. For the arrange step, I call the get target number helper to like find the secret number and store it in the correct guess variable. For the act step, I call like the check guess method, passing it into the correct guess. And then finally, I search step, and I have like 3 checks. For like the first check, we first like assert the feedback message we get. It starts with the word correct. Second, I assert the guess count has been correctly updated to 1, and then I list the guesses to make sure the guess object was stored and its correct flag was set to true. And so then for the second test, um, first we have to we reset the game, and then to like start with a fresh new number. I get the first new target number using reflection again. Then I create a low guess that is like guaranteed to like be less than the target. Um, and then I call guess with this low guess. Um, and then I assert. I verify like the feedback string is like exactly too low. I also check like that the guess count is 1 and that the stored guess is correctly marked as incorrect. For the third, we reset the game again. I arrange like the resetting of the game and getting the new target number. I call like the get check guess and high guess, and I assert that like the feedback is exactly too high, and like the guess, and that like the guess count was like properly incremented, basically.